Laserbeak eject Operation Caroline.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to Viewers New and Old. And here I'm going to look at a re-review for Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Wheeljack. Yes, I'm done with the Siege reviews, so now I'm on to Earthrise. I only have a couple figures in Earthrise I need to re-review. Planning to get this all done before Christmas. So the first figure I got in Earthrise was Wheeljack, because Wheeljack is my favorite character from G1. And overall, this figure is good. He's definitely not quite as worth the gushing I gave him in the original review, but he's still pretty nice. So here we get this vehicle mode that does mostly resemble the Lancia Stratus Turbo 5. Now, a lot of people really did not like the off-white, and I can see that. I mean, they were kind of referencing the original G1 toy. I think that one was more of an off-white. But he was way more just a regular white in the cartoon. So that's a bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Got some nice details on the side. It says 638, Praxis, it says Cybertron. Unfortunately, he has these terrible peg-on wheels. I really hate peg-on wheels. Rolling works okay, but this one doesn't get a whole lot of... The wheels back here don't get a lot of spin going, which is a real shame. Yes, you do have this gap back here, but it's not horrible. It says Arrow Bolt. So here he is with Siege Ratchet. Again, I like putting these two together because they always work together in G1. Not always, but a lot of the time. And he comes with only this one little gun, which is kind of annoying. The gun is okay, but it's way too small. But you can peg it on top if you so choose. There is a little bit of gapping right here, but still, I think it could be a lot worse. So, I think that pretty much covers the vehicle mode. Now onto his transformation. Now I like the transformation. It's simple and smooth. I mean, there's not really too much to complain about. To begin, you just pull these out, rotate them, I mean. We're gonna angle up just a little bit because he is not a particularly tall deluxe. You untab the arms right here. Kind of angle them to untab them right here. You pull them out, pull the head up, you rotate right here, then you detach this part right here, hold it up, tap it in, you rotate right here, and you can rotate the fists, untab the legs, pull this down, pull that part in, hold the feet up. Be a little careful doing this. These like to pop off. I mean, you could just pop them back on there, but just something to be careful of. I'm just going to snap that into place. Then you put the gun on the shoulder. And there's Wheeljack in his robot mode. And I mean, this robot mode is good. I mean, I do look at it and instantly think, yeah, that's Wheeljack. But the problem is, he just has too many toy homages, which is a shame because I'm a cartoon purist. That's what I want. I want him to look how he did in the show. And unfortunately, this figure just doesn't fully do that with its colors. Like, he has black when it should be gray. This is kind of a dark green, I think. I don't know, I can't really tell what that color is. When it should be blue. So, I think the mold itself is nice. It's just the colors that aren't as great, in my opinion. If you like toy homages, like references to the original figure, yeah, you'll probably eat this up because, I mean, it is pretty close to that, but for me, the colors just aren't quite what I want. Again, I don't think they're bad. It's just not fully ideal. But I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of kibble. These wings should be a lot longer, and the gun should be bigger. Like I said, those are really my only complaints with the mold itself. Otherwise, I mean, the head sculpts, I look at that and definitely think Wheeljack. And the sculpted in details are pretty good. A lot of people complain about this. I don't really know why. This doesn't really bother me as much. He has kind of gorilla arms, just wonky proportions. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much. It just makes him kind of endearing. You know, makes him look wonky because he's just a wacky character, and that's why I really like him. So for his articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You can get a little bit of up and down. And if you untab this, you can get a little bit more down if you want to do that for some reason. Make sure this tab gets under the windshield when you're transforming it. His head can do a full 360. Get rotation at the shoulders, pretty much full 360. You can get up due to the transformation. You can go up about that far. You get a rotation right here. Get an okay elbow bend. Get a rotation at the wrist. Now I really like how this works because you fold this part down and tab it onto the legs when you rotate it around, but when you do this, it's like two separate pieces, rotation pieces, so you still have waist swivel and robot mode. So it's really appreciated that this doesn't lock the waist in place, because I've seen lots of figures do that, and it's just so annoying. Legs can kick forward that far, and back that far. You can go up like this, get a rotation right here. You get a pretty good knee bend. You can do this with the feet if you want to. And ankle tilt. So like pretty much all the War for Cybertron figures, not really any shortage of articulation. It's pretty good. So here he is, again with Ratchet, and this is where you can really see the off-white. Because Ratchet is more of a white that the white that Wheeljack should be. You see, Ratchet is quite a bit taller. And I think that's a pretty good scale. Again, I don't think Wheeljack was a particularly tall character in G1. So, I'm okay with this scale. Okay, why aren't you? So, I think that basically covers this figure. So I can go in and stick him on the display. Alright, so there's Wheeljack with my Autobots. So I said, overall, he is a good figure. I mean, the vehicle mode is pretty nice. The transformation is nice. And the robot mode is pretty good, too. Again, really my biggest complaint looking back on him, aside from the dinky wings and the gun, really my only complaint is just the coloring. I really wish they'd gone for more of a cartoon color scheme. But I still think you should get this guy. I mean, you need a Wheeljack for your G1 collection. I mean, obviously, he's one of the main characters in G1. He's really cool. Again, he's my favorite. So, but he's not really worth paying ridiculous prices online for, which I don't think he is, but, you know, there's a Kingdom repack of him out right now, and it's selling horribly, so if you're wanting to get this mold, then yeah, you should go ahead and jump on board and get that. So, that's my re-review for Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.